What's up, everyone? We're back. Best products of the year, part 3. All right, this has a couple of my favorites, absolute favorites. This is the conclusion of our series of the best of the year skincare products. So I'm super excited to share these with you. First, we're gonna start off with the category, and then we're gonna list some of our favorite products that we found this year in the category. Again, we try thousands of products. A lot of times we end up using the same products over and over again, despite the fact that there is a lot of newness in the space, but we'll try to highlight the ones that are worth your buck. So the final conclusion of the best products of the year, here we go. Here we go. So the first category here is an extremely exciting category, and I think it typifies innovation, even though it's not our innovative category, because it's best skincare device. This is like, how do you marry technology? How do you mimic what might be in the office, bring it home in a safe and effective way? Or maybe this is just something that you already had at home that you're using every day, and it's an improvement upon your daily life. I'm gonna start off with a U-like device. It's all plugged up and it's out of the box because I have actually been using it. I actually stacked this up against our in-office IPL. Not comparable strengths, not comparable results. So I still think in-office IPL is worlds better when it comes to hair removal. But the reason I love this, and I would recommend it, not to anyone, but I would recommend it to most people, is that they really do a great job taking technology, consolidating it into an easy to use handheld device. Great job with safety with their Sapphire cooling system. And the instructions are solid. It's your responsibility to go through instructions and use this responsibly because you could still get burned, but they do as much as they possibly could on all fronts to make sure you're using this safely and it's still effective. And you do get results from this. Even myself, who is a darker skin tone, so I can't have this like all the way powered up, even I got results from this that I feel like were reasonable, meeting my expectations. Right, so IPL, Intense Pulse Light, is a device that we use in the office for hair removal. We also use other devices like Alexandrite lasers, ND-YAG lasers, but this is the type of device that you have to be very careful with, of course, because I've always said in previous videos that IPL is one of those devices where you can injure yourself if you don't follow things exactly how they say. You wanna make sure that you're testing a spot as well. So this is not something you just unplug, you take out of the box, you unplug it, you don't read the instructions. Read the instructions thoroughly. It's your skin, it's potentially your face. Be very careful when you're using these devices. The ability to do some of these things at home, we love to give you those opportunities. We love to give you those tools. The trouble is that in the skincare device category, there's a lot of scams and there's a lot of very expensive devices that don't work, or even more, there are a lot of devices that are simply just white labeled products that throw some branding on it and it's some cheap device that we get from somewhere else in the world, right? So it's a cheap device, they throw some branding on it, they put some marketing behind it, and then they try to sell it. So you gotta be very careful in the skincare device category. U-like is truly the leader in this at-home IPL category. So this is a great device for somebody who wants the ease of use at home, the affordability of use at home, because laser hair removal is actually quite expensive. It is slightly underpowered, so you always have to be concerned that in some people, especially somebody who maybe has PCOS, that you could underpower the device and it could lead to paradoxical hypertrichosis, meaning that your hair could get thicker, believe it or not. But I would say that that risk is very, 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 very low and has only been reported a few times in the literature. So just giving you all the caveats here. We'll try to put a discount code for this because it is an expensive device. So we'll reach out to the brand and see what we can get. Maybe we can get it, maybe we can't. If we do, it'll be in the description below. So we really felt like this was probably the best device that is available to you at home in terms of like newness for the year. We're gonna do a little foreshadowing here, so just play with us, pretend we're like transported into the future and you can actually get something like this. But it's just that we have access to something that when we were looking around, so Dr. Maxfield has 3 rooms of skincare that we were walking through, and in this process, I was looking around and I was saying like, what is truly innovative in the device world right now? And this thing is just an absolute beauty, an absolute gem. So this is the Cure faucet filter, which is not available in the US at the making of this video. And they're also coming out with a shower head as well that will be available in the US before the faucet filter is available in the US. Now, they initially came out with a V1 of this. This is the V2, and it is massively improved. And so I love the improvement. I love the innovation. And this basically comes in like this is essentially, Cure is becoming the Apple of skincare devices. This box is even like an Apple
box, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's sleek, and there's just really nothing else like it. So I'm super excited for all of you to be able to get this one of these days. It's not out yet, but a lot of innovation coming next year and beyond.
We're not going to open it.
Okay.
We might as well open it. I think
We'll
we need to
open it just for the experience. So we're going to do a quick unboxing ASMR. Oh, look at this. Just absolutely beautiful. It goes right onto your shower, right onto your faucet, and then you can actually rotate this to be up, to the side, down, and so it just gives you tons of functionality. You can put it on filter mode, you can put it on not filter mode, you can change out the filter. It just truly is. The build quality on this, you just need to hold it in your hands to understand the build quality on this.
Next up, this is the best for sensitive skin category. I've been waiting for this one.
Okay, well, I will just do it myself because, I don't think Dr. Maxfield is going to give himself the credit he deserves. Tretinoin, in the sensitive skincare category, this is asinine. No, so Dr. Maxfield has worked very, very diligently on creating a sensitive skin tretinoin formula, also known as Sensitret from Script Derm.
The number one problem people had is that it's irritating. And you're like, well, we know it's irritating. That's like, what is it doing in this category? So we had thought, well, why don't we just take what we know about sensitive skin over the counter and like combine it into this prescription product? Because I'm not sure it's been done before. Like there were other prescription brands with like one soothing ingredient in it, like one way to offset irritation, but we put in 6. We put in 6 to create, if you just took out the tretinoin, you'd be like, oh my goodness, this is like the most soothing moisturizer I've ever felt for my dry, irritated, chapped skin. But we added in ceramides, panthenol, allantoin, squalane, HA, and glycerin, all to offset some of that irritation from tretinoin. So if you're new to tret, or if you have sensitive skin, hopefully this works for you. If not, then tretinoin just might not be for you at all, because I really don't think you got a better shot at tretinoin than this product.
And then I think, just when it comes to sensitive skin, like newness is not always good. So this is where I just give a shout out to the Vanicream line in general. If you have sensitive skin and you're looking for shampoos, deodorants, cleansers, moisturizers, Vanicream still does pretty much hold true to some of the strictest formulation guidelines for my patients who have eczema and sensitive skin. So shout out to the line of Vanicream. I think that they still kind of hold the place for sensitive skin in the derm category.
Oh, absolutely. So, do you have TikTok on your phone?
I do.
Can you pull up Vanicream's page?
So they're not big on the social media. In fact, somebody has the actual Vanicream handle and it has like no followers and it's private, which is actually amazing. So they just like are not involved. They're just like, you know what, social media, forget it. We're born in the derm offices. We'll stay in the derm offices and beyond. So great line from Vanicream. And I guess shout out to CeraVe for coming out with a fragrance-free drugstore shampoo. Forget about their dandruff line. They just have a regular fragrance-free shampoo that now you can buy at any drugstore.
Okay, that's got to be it. So they have to win in this category. We probably got locked into the idea of skin, but the CeraVe hairline for normal, not dandruff hair and dandruffy hair, that's awesome. Like, you don't understand how difficult it is to find a hair product that is free of common allergens. It's an impossibility. So shout out to CeraVe. You get a trophy, you get a trophy, you get a trophy. CeraVe, everybody gets a trophy. Next up is best packaging and best branding. Why are we talking about this? Well, I think packaging does make a difference. It signals to consumers something, it evokes an emotion, and it's a big part of the discussions we have at Remedy, right? Because we're trying to balance cost of the products, trying to keep costs as low as possible, but spend most of our money on product development and formulation. And so, the packaging and the way that it displays itself does contribute to how a consumer perceives a product. And so we were just kind of looking around and saying, like, which products truly stand out as unique in the space this year? And so we would say that Vacation, from a branding and packaging standpoint, wins this category. It does. I love this sunscreen. As an avid surfer, someone who perpetually lives at the beach, even though I don't live there anymore, in my heart, I am still surfing at all times. And I do go surfing still quite regularly. Maybe I should have kept the cap on. This is the Classic Whip sunscreen. Funny thing to me about this is, like, I think last year it came out and they tried to make it the viral product, but this year it actually organically went viral. Kudos to them. Aesthetically and experientially, this embodies summer to me. It's just so fun. And boy, I just want to take a bite out of that. Ooh, oh.
How does one get, like, how does one get the proper amount in a sunscreen formulation like this?
That I don't know.
What is 2 finger lengths of foam? What are you doing? This is now all over me. Why do I have to be punished for your folly? So I will say, okay, so all the products from Vacation are pretty fragrance to the moon, but they have this retro, there's something about this like retro 80s beach life that is just so iconic. And, you know, they really focused on that in all of their packaging. So they have like their Shake Shake, their Orange Gelée, or whatever you call it. But everything just feels like, you know, 80s Miami Beach vibes to me. Super cool branding. It feels like a brand that's been around forever, even though it hasn't. And it's been wildly successful this year, I think, truly because of the branding. So packaging can play a role in the performance of a product, but most of the time it's just fun and, you know, can signal something aspirational. So those are the winners of the category.
Next up, best moisturizers of the year. And I just realized that this is like part 3. You probably could have used this a month ago, but that's okay. You still have some cold months left. But best moisturizers of the year.
This one's tough. So, you know, it really is going to depend on your skin type, we always say. So with moisturizers, with cleansers, pick these towards your skin type. So Dr. Maxfield has oilier skin. I have drier skin. I like a thicker, heavier cream. He likes something that's a little bit lightweight, something that's maybe a little bit mattifying. So, you know, the preference is really going to come down to you, but what would be yours and why did you choose it?
Right. So mine, I love this product. Talked about it on the podcast. Again, that's where you get to know our deep, dark secrets before everyone else. But this is the Vichy Mineral 89 48 Hour Moisture Matte Sorbet. This is for oily skin. So this is a mattifying moisturizer. Maybe I'll get some close-ups for you in B-roll. It is frosted. The glass is frosted. The product, the moisturizer, is frosted and flat. Like it's a matte, flat frost, which is wild. It has ingredients to absorb oil. It feels nice on the skin, and they even did studies showing that it helps cool the skin with and after application. So it's an extremely aesthetic
It lowers
product.
the temperature of the skin. Isn't that nuts?
I want, my main disappointment with this actually is that Vichy, I feel like they didn't put much behind it in terms of marketing. I want this product to succeed in a big way so it doesn't go away. And I don't feel like they really put anything out. This is probably their most visually unique product that they've launched to date, and I really want to see this last.
For me, this category was actually kind of tough because I pretty much am pretty consistent with moisturizers. I'll try a few new things, but you know, I really like to stick with my moisturizers because sometimes I feel like I'll break out if I don't, or I don't get the hydration that I want. And also kind of foreshadowing, we're in the process with Remedy of working on some of these things. So I've been testing a lot of the products of our own stuff, and it's really tough to get the texture down exactly what you want it to be. So there's like V12 of this on a lot of these formulas. And so, you know, a lot of times I'm using those and not trying a lot of the new products that are coming out. But this one is truly a standout product from CeraVe. This is their intensive moisturizing lotion. Not a lot of people talking about this yet on social media, but this is a 5% hydrourea, so it's not really going to have that exfoliating benefit quite yet, but you get that hydration benefit of the urea that is part of the natural moisturizing factor layer of your skin, what's being produced by your skin naturally. So extremely hydrating. And on top of that is just got that shea butter feel that not a lot of the CeraVe products have. Like you can feel that sort of lipid blend, that heavier lipid blend that I truly like. So this is something that just is super moisturizing, and I think you can use it on the body. I think you can use it on the face. And I just think it's probably, to me, one of the more moisturizing that's going to give you that nice glow than actually anything else from CeraVe when it comes to moisturizers.
Wow, it does. I don't know if you can see. That doesn't matter. It's actually, I just realized it doesn't matter. Anything wet looks nice and glossy. But it really does leave your skin like hydrated with a very rich feel. It is a little bit more elegant than I would say the other CeraVe products feel.
Yeah, so absolutely. This is a breakthrough. Definitely deserves mentioning. And that wraps up the categories of the year. So let us know which ones you've tried, which one you've liked. What has been your product of the year?
Tell us what is your favorite product. Sometimes maybe we'll get to consolidate the data if there's like an overwhelming favorite so we can see what we missed. But anyway,
Why don't we do this, actually? We're going to put together a spreadsheet, and you fill in your product of the year, and we will put them all together in one document and let you know what the people decided was the product of the year in our follow-up video. So we'd love to hear from the Doctorly community to hear what your favorite product of the year is. So fill out the form, and we will let you know who the winners are.
nice. I love it. The People's Choice Award. Okay. We will follow up with that, post it, talk about it. Can't wait to see what you love this year.
All right, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next year.
See you next time.